Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily Monday. It's Des here again. Hope you've had a cracking weekend. Hope you're looking forward to a brand new week. I've had a really good one myself. Been chomping at the bit, wanting to get back on today. Really have, you know. Sometimes I'm a little bit like, what am I going to say? Are people going to listen? But today, had such a positive weekend. Couldn't wait to get back on and say a few words. Hopefully we can try and inspire and motivate you to do something a little bit different, you know, perhaps get out and do some activity, or just listen in and try and understand a little bit about what DOrunning and the community is about and what we're trying to achieve. Like I say, brilliant weekend for myself. Managed to run, always puts me in a great frame of mind. Managed to get out and do a 10k, so I was really pleased with that. It's the longest I've run for quite a while now, and obviously I'm a little bit injured and just have to be a bit cautious what I'm doing, but I've got an appointment about that as well tomorrow, so actually being able to do it but also having the opportunity to get it put right is made me feel great. I also backed that up yesterday with an 8.5 mile run, walk, new location, sort of went and tried somewhere different, so really pleased to sort of go out and do that as well. Yesterday the weather was amazing, as was Saturday, so it made it a really great weekend in terms of exercise, and that always puts me in a positive and sort of a good frame of mind, you know. Makes me tired as well, which makes me sleep better, and then you get up and obviously you're ready to attack it. I make it quite clear, I'm a firm believer in like never miss a Monday. One of my cliches. I'm not a big one for cliches, to be honest, but never miss a Monday. You know, I feel if you can get out and do something positive, or you set off in the right frame of mind, then the week always turns out better. Always nothing to be worried about. Monday's another day. It's about turning the negative into a positive. Let's not be frightened of it, just give it a go. You know, this week I'm going to sort of periodically I'm going to speak about mental health, and it is Mental Health Awareness Week. It is a big thing we do at DOrunning. It's a big focus we've got. Try not to sort of be too full on with it and too over the top, but it does play a part in what the group's all about. There's lots of guys who use the group for so many positive reasons, you know, whether it's to meet new friends or meet new people, or just do more exercise or be inspired. What some of the quicker and faster guys, and look, the guys who run longer, they might inspire them to do a bit more, or the guys who are just getting into it, they might inspire even more new people. So it plays a major part, and one of the reasons it does, I just want to explain this before we sort of get into it a little bit, is unfortunately after I set up the group a couple of years ago as just a running group as it was then, so much more than that now, but when I set up the group, it was after a couple of weeks a guy had unfortunately lost his battle with mental health, which it had a massive impact on me. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't his best mate, but we'd become friends, but I could see so many sort of similarities in his situation and mine. You know, we was a similar age, similar sort of relationship status and work situation, but he was a really good guy, really friendly guy, seemed to have everything, seemed to be happy and on top of it, and it just really showed me, as somebody who'd already started accepting that things weren't perfect in my life. Part of the reason I set up the running group was because I needed to do something new, I needed a new challenge, but it just showed me that I needed to look at it a bit more, and I wanted to sort of get involved in it. I wanted to do things. Over the last couple of years I've done bits of training. I'm no expert, I'm no expert in the subject, but just through personal sort of feeling and relating and talking to people, and what we've done through DOrunning over the last couple of years, and the way we're kind of expanding into a sort of community sort of well-being hub, it's important for me to sort of reflect on why and what that was all about. Of course, I've said a million times, taking up running was the best decision I ever made. It gave me direction, you know, at a time when I needed it. I was feeling sorry for myself and at odds with myself, and it's given me great direction. It's given me confidence, and it's given me friendships that I'd never thought I'd have, and it's also led me to K, which on its own would be amazing, but with the million and one other things, It's absolutely fantastic. So all we kind of want to do through this DOrunning community hub, what I'm trying to create, and this online content, particularly during difficult times now, is just make people aware that we're here. Do you know, of course we'd like, through working with the guys that Get Out, Get Active, and This Girl Can and Stay Safe, Stay Active campaigns during COVID, we'd like to get you out, sort of staying active, taking the positives from that. Of course, the physical sort of health, it improves your mental health, it helps you sleep, it helps you sort of drive yourself forward. Do you know, these things are all proven by now, so it's important to do these things and try and get out there. But it's not all about, and that's what I'm trying to say. Of course we want you to be active. I've told you what I've done, and hopefully that can inspire someone else. I see other guys all the time, do you know, and I just want to do what they've done, and that's what it's about sometimes. It's just seeing there. A lot of this you'll know already, do you know, a lot of these things you'll see on DOdaily, but what we're trying to do is be there as a regular sort of reminder, do you know, at a time when you might need it. You might have had a hard day, 6 o'clock we come on, do you know, you might have had a hard day, you might have had your tea, and you might be feeling a bit rubbish, do you know. It's particularly at the moment, do you know, people might be working hard at home and forgetting to have breaks and not seeing other people who they'd usually see. So it's important just to remind people that there is other things you can do, you know, just to help yourself. Somebody might watch this video and go out for a run. I'll guarantee you, if that happens, you'll feel better after. So you might have had a tough day, a tough start to the week, you might have had a tough couple of months, you know, and if it's just about trying to inspire people and help in that positive way, do you know, and then it sort of all moves forward from there, do you know. One of the reasons I'm particularly sort of buoyant today and on top of things is created a running event. Part of what we do to try and sort of substantiate DOrunning is create running events and get people involved and give out to local charities or national charities, but we work with 4 or 5 sort of local charities. So at the weekend we had a 10k event. Obviously that's what I took part in, and I was really pleased with the way it turned out. I mentioned it on Friday that I'd let you know how we got on. It was supposed to be a sort of traditional running event, you know, where people turn up, we all meet up, you get your number, your medal, and you get all that achievement and that sense of achievement from taking part, do you know, and you get the opportunity to challenge yourself again. But of course, with the current situation, we couldn't run it in the same sort of way. So it's important to do so. I felt it was important to do something. We'd already cancelled it from February. It was supposed to be on Valentine's weekend, running from the heart for the British Heart Foundation. So we had to cancel it from February because of the weather, and I didn't really want to cancel it again and mess people about. So I put it to the 50 odd guys who'd signed up. I've put it to them that we could do some kind of solidarity run, you know, the kind of thing we've been doing on a Tuesday, where we all go out and run at the same time. Of course, not in the same place, and abiding by all the sort of government rules and social distancing sort of regulations, the things you need to sort of abide by just now. But managed to get them all out doing it. Do you know, everybody ran from where they live. A couple people ran in sort of with one other person but kept the distance, and all the guys really embraced the way I wanted it to turn out. So I was really pleased with that, because a little bit worried that they think, oh no, I don't want to be involved in that. But to be honest, not one complaint. All 50 or so went out there, sent in pictures. Now I've managed to create a folder with all these pictures in, and we're going to try and put a time list together and all these things to try and substantiate a little bit. But the point is the spirit it created afterwards, you know, people getting out there, getting a race day feel again, you know, that buzz, you know. And around the WhatsApp groups we've got and the Facebook, I asked people to post in. So many posted in about what they'd done, so it obviously had the desired effect, you know. And it's so important just to keep sort of doing these things, you know, keep putting yourself out there, keep taking on board these new ideas. That's all it was. This solidarity thing, it's a new idea. We've done it a few times on Tuesday now, and we'll be back on it again tomorrow. We all look to run. Tomorrow it'll be at 6:30, by the way. If you want to join us, anybody can join in. And what it's proving is the community we've built anyway, which is so much more than just a running club, we can expand on that. You know, anybody can be part of this now. It just shows the encouragement is spreading online. Things are changing. A lot of it will be for the good. Of course, there's horrible things going off right now, but a lot of it will be for such a positive reason. So if you can sort of get involved in these things and throw yourself into them, commit, you know, just say you're going to run at 6:30. Have a look at what we're doing. What we're trying to do is not scare anybody into doing it, so you do what you can. It's not just about running. I keep saying this, we're so much more than just a running club. That's what it formed as, and that was my passion, and that's my choice of activity. But we want you to do whatever you can just to sort of get out there, whether it's walking, cycling, you know, push-ups in the kitchen. Don't know why you do it in the kitchen, but you know what I mean. Yeah, if you can do those things, it will have such a positive effect. And this week, like I say, it's mental health awareness. So I just want people to think about it and think where they're at. You know, again, don't want to be too full on with the mental health. It is a big part of what we do, and like I say, people use the group for all sorts of reasons, and I get a lot of questions and a lot of people wanting to talk to me about it, which although I wish I didn't have to, because it's normally when people are suffering, I actually love that side of what I do. I really sort of take it on board. I'm happy to talk about my own situation. I said to you guys last week, on Monday I was feeling a bit, you know, I'm just feeling great this week. So what I've learned is it quickly turns back in your favour. Do you know, I went out as the week went on. I got a couple of jobs done, a couple of things I was a bit worried about. Went out Friday morning and felt on top of it, and then of course the run and the walk I've done myself has put me sort of in tip-top frame of mind. Again, I came home today and I had some nice certificates where I've been nominated for a few things. So those are all things that have sort of made me feel great and want to sort of carry on the good work from what we've been doing. Do you know? So like I say, if you can join us tomorrow, just got one little challenge for you, and like I said, I'm going to make it about mental health, and I don't want to sort of scare anybody into anything, because nobody has to talk. All I ask for people is to get from the group what they want. Do you know, if you're just on a washing brief, that's completely up to you. You might at some point feel comfortable enough to join us, but what I'm going to say is I want you to text one person tonight, and ask them how they are. Do you know, it's a small challenge. I tend to create these little mini challenges as the week goes on, but why not just text that one person who you've not heard from for a while? I've got somebody in mind. Do you know, somebody who's not quite been acting the same? Of course, I'm not going to say who that is, and I don't expect anybody else to do that. But all I'm asking is you text that one person, because I know sometimes I actually did it yesterday, and that's what gave me the idea. I saw a friend on Instagram who I've not spoke to for a while, and I thought, why have I not spoke to them for a while? Do you know, particularly in this situation. So it gave me the idea, just as a simple start to the week. Do you know, think about your own mental health, think about others and what they're doing, and let's start this thing in such a positive and such a nice way. And you never know, that person, you might just do the trick and get that person sort of on top of things again and firing on all cylinders. So hopefully you are. I'm ready for it this week. Still waiting on to hear about a couple of things that was playing on my mind last week, but I can't do anything about that now. I keep saying that as well. We can't be defined by things that you can't control. So whatever way that turns out, you'll hear all about it when it happens. Whatever way that turns out, I'm still positive. You know, there's still so much good going on. We've got so much exciting stuff planned with DOrunning. Of course, starting tomorrow with the solidarity run. Going to sign out now, but like I say, make that text. Do you know, even make a call, whichever way you want to do it. Just doing it. Thanks, guys.